A 103-year-old doctor steps into his clinic every morning, sharp as a tack, with a spring in his step that would make a 30-year-old jealous. He's Japan's oldest practicing physician, and he's got a secret so simple it'll leave you stunned. What if I told you that the key to living past 100 isn't some rare elixir or expensive supplement, but a handful of everyday foods you're probably walking past in the grocery store right now? Stick with me, because today, I'm pulling back the curtain on what this remarkable man eats every single day to defy aging, and how you can too. We're talking energy that lasts, a mind that stays razor sharp, and a body that keeps going when others fade. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to put on your plate to unlock a longer, healthier, happier life. Ready to change how you see your future? Let's dive in. Picture this for a moment. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a legend in Japan, worked well into his 100s, saving lives and inspiring millions. He wasn't just lucky, he had a plan. And it wasn't about grueling workouts or choking down kale smoothies. No, it was about simple, delicious foods he ate every day that fueled his incredible longevity. I'm not here to bore you with stats or preach about cutting out everything you love. Instead, I'm going to walk you through the exact daily diet of this Japanese icon, backed by science, sprinkled with stories, and loaded with tips you can start using tonight. What's the one food he swore by that keeps your heart ticking strong? How does a single fruit he ate every morning sharpen his mind even at 103? We'll get to all that and more, so don't go anywhere. Let's kick things off with the humble orange, Dr. Hinohara's morning ritual that set the tone for his century-plus life. Every day, he'd peel one open or sip a glass of fresh squeezed juice, letting that bright, zesty burst wake up his senses. Why oranges? It's not just about the vitamin C, though that's a big deal, keeping colds at bay and boosting immunity. Oranges are a stealth weapon for your blood vessels. As we age, our arteries harden, like pipes rusting over time, raising the stakes for heart attacks and strokes. But here's the kicker. A study from the American Heart Association found that people who get enough vitamin C daily, about what's in one orange, can cut their heart attack risk by 25%. That's not just a statistic. That's extra birthdays, extra holidays, extra moments with the people you love. Dr. Hinohara knew this. I can see him now, sitting at his modest breakfast table at 95, peeling that orange with steady hands, the citrus scent filling the air. He wasn't just eating, he was investing. And it paid off. At 103, he was still seeing patients while others his age were long retired, or worse. But there's more to it. Oranges also pack flavonoids, these tiny plant compounds that fight inflammation and keep your cells young. A Japanese study even linked citrus intake to lower rates of dementia. Imagine that. One fruit, sharpening your mind and strengthening your heart, all before your day even starts. What's your morning routine like? Maybe you're rushing out the door with a coffee and a prayer. What if you swapped that for an orange? It's so easy it's almost ridiculous. Yet Dr. Hinohara made it a cornerstone. And in a bit, I'll tell you how he paired it with something unexpected to supercharge its effects. Can you guess what it might be? Next up, let's pour a cup of green tea, Dr. Hinohara's daily elixir. This wasn't just a drink, it was his shield against time. He'd brew it fresh, letting the steam rise as he took slow, deliberate sips. Green tea is loaded with antioxidants called catechins, which are like tiny warriors battling the free radicals that age your body from the inside out. A massive study from Japan's Tohoku University tracked 40,000 people over 11 years and found that those who drank 5 cups a day lived up to 7 years longer than those who didn't. 7 years. That's not just a number. That's a whole new chapter of life. Dr. Hinohara didn't need a study to tell him this. He felt it. He once said, "It's not just the body, it keeps the spirit light." And he was onto something big. Stress is a silent thief, stealing your years by jacking up cortisol levels, which wear down your organs and cloud your mind. Green tea's L-theanine, a calming compound, knocks that stress down a peg. Picture him at 100, sitting quietly with his tea, the chaos of a busy clinic fading away. That moment of peace wasn't just nice, it was medicine. But it's not all zen and serenity. Green tea also revs up your metabolism, helping you burn fat and stay lean, crucial as you age, when every pound can feel like a burden. A study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed it can boost fat oxidation by 17%. Dr. Hinohara stayed slim and spree, even in his 90s, and this was part of the trick. What's your go-to drink? Could you swap one soda or sugary latte for a cup of green tea? It's not about perfection. It's about stacking small wins. And trust me, his next food is going to hook you even more. Now let's swim into the world of fish, specifically fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Dr. Hinohara ate these at least 3 times a week, often daily in small, savory portions. Why? Because they're brimming with omega-3 fatty acids, the ultimate anti-aging fuel. Inflammation is like a slow fire burning through your body as you age, damaging joints, clogging arteries, fogging your brain. Omega-3s douse that fire. A Harvard study found that people with higher omega-3 levels had a 33% lower risk of dying from heart disease. 33%. That's a third of the danger wiped out by something as simple as a fish fillet. But it's not just your heart. Your brain thrives on this stuff too. DE, a type of omega-3, keeps your neurons firing, your memory sharp. Dr. Hinohara credited fish for his mental clarity at 103, recalling patient details, writing books, giving lectures. Imagine him at a small wooden table, a piece of grilled mackerel in front of him, lightly seasoned, maybe with a splash of soy sauce. It wasn't fancy, but it was genius. He wasn't chasing trends, he was following what worked. A study from the University of Pittsburgh even tied omega-3s to bigger brain volume, less shrinkage as you age. Who doesn't want that? And here's a story. A patient once asked him, "How do you stay so young?" He smiled, pointed to his plate, and said, "Start here. What's the last fish you ate? Maybe it's a salmon steak you grilled last month, or a can of sardines you forgot in the pantry. Dust it off, because this is gold." In a sec, I'll drop another fishy tip Dr. Hinohara swore by that'll make it even easier to work into your week. Midday, he'd reach for something so simple it's almost sneaky. A handful of nuts, almonds, walnuts, whatever he had handy. This wasn't just a snack, it was a lifeline. Nuts are a nutritional jackpot. Healthy fats, protein, magnesium, vitamin E, all the stuff that keeps your engine humming. The New England Journal of Medicine ran a study with over 100,000 people and found that a daily handful of nuts slashed early death risk by 20%. That's 1 in 5 chances of checking out too soon, erased by something you can toss in your bag. Dr. Hinohara would carry a few almonds in his pocket, popping them between appointments. I love picturing him at 98, still bustling through his clinic, while others marveled. What's his secret? It wasn't a mystery, it was nuts. Let's break it down. The fats lower bad cholesterol, the protein keeps your muscles from wasting away, and magnesium steadies your heartbeat. A Spanish study even showed nuts improve blood sugar control, huge for avoiding diabetes, which hits seniors hard. He didn't overdo it, just 10 or 15 nuts, enough to fuel him without weighing him down. What's your snack game like? Chips, candy. What if you swap that for nuts? And here's an open loop. In a bit, I'll reveal the one nut he prized above all that could double your energy after 65. Any guesses? Let's shift gears to rice, but not the white kind. Dr. Hinohara stuck to brown rice, and it was a game changer. White rice is like a sugar bomb. Tasty, sure, but it spikes your blood sugar and leaves you crashing. brown rice? It's slow-burning rocket fuel, packed with fiber, B vitamins, and minerals. It keeps your energy steady and your gut happy. The British Medical Journal linked whole grains like brown rice to a 17% lower risk of death from any cause. Heart disease, cancer, you name it. Dr. Hinohara would scoop a small bowl, maybe with his fish or some steamed veggies, keeping it simple but potent. I can see him at 101, still strong, still active, while others faded. He wasn't chasing fads. He was leaning on what lasts. Fiber's the unsung hero here. It scrubs your arteries, feeds your gut bacteria, and keeps you full so you're not reaching for junk. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that every 10 grams of fiber daily, like what's in a cup of brown rice, drops heart disease risk by 14%. And it's not just physical. Steady blood sugar means steady moods, no cranky slumps. What's your carb of choice? Could you trade that white bread or pasta for brown rice tonight? It's not about deprivation. It's about upgrading. His next habit's coming up, and it's one you'll wish you'd known sooner. Now, let's warm up with miso soup, Dr. Hinohara's daily gut reset. Every day, he'd sip a bowl of this fermented soybean magic, letting its salty, earthy flavor ground him. Miso is a probiotic powerhouse, teeming with good bacteria that keep your digestion humming. Your gut's not just a food processor, it's your second brain, steering immunity, mood, even sleep. A Japanese study tied regular miso intake to lower rates of stomach cancer and heart disease. Two big threats as you age. Dr. Hinohara would savor his soup, maybe with a few strands of seaweed or a chunk of tofu, keeping it light but loaded with benefits. He told a patient once, "Your gut's the root of it all. Nurture it." At 103, he was proof. No bloating, no sluggishness, just vitality. Science backs this up. Probiotics reduce inflammation and boost nutrient absorption, so everything else you eat works harder. A study from the University of Tokyo even found miso lowers blood pressure, thanks to its peptides. Picture him at his clinic, a steaming bowl in hand, patients waiting, yet he took that moment for himself. What's your gut saying right now? Maybe it's grumbling from last night's takeout. Miso's cheap, easy. Why not give it a shot? His next pick's going to tie this all together. Here's that nut I teased. Walnuts, Dr. Hinohara's favorite. He'd eat a small handful daily, and it was like hitting the longevity lottery. Walnuts have more antioxidants than almost any nut, plus a hefty dose of omega-3s. A UCLA study showed they improve brain function, better memory, faster thinking, and lower bad cholesterol by up to 10%. At 100, he was still writing, still teaching, still outsmarting time. I can see him cracking one open. The rich, woody taste a little reward for his discipline. He didn't need much. 5 or 6 did the trick. Why walnuts? They're a triple threat: brain, heart, and energy. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found they reduce oxidative stress, that cellular wear and tear that ages you fast. And here's a story. A colleague once asked, "How do you keep going?" He held up a walnut and grinned. "This is my fuel." What's the one move that could double your energy after 65? It might be walnuts. Grab some today. Toss them in oatmeal. Eat them solo, whatever works. You'll feel it. Last but not least, bananas. Dr. Hinohara's evening closer. He'd peel one after dinner, savoring its creamy sweetness. Bananas are potassium royalty, keeping your blood pressure steady and your muscles strong. The American College of Cardiology found that higher potassium intake cuts stroke risk by 24%. Huge for seniors. At 102, he was still walking briskly, still climbing stairs, while others leaned on canes. It's not just potassium. Bananas have B6 for brain health and fiber for digestion. He didn't overthink it. Just ate one and moved on. A study from the University of Sydney showed they improve sleep too, thanks to tryptophan, that calming amino acid. Picture him winding down, banana in hand, ready for a night of deep rest. What's your evening treat? Ice cream? Chips? What if a banana became your new habit? It's nature's dessert, with a purpose. So, here's what we've uncovered today. Oranges for your heart, green tea for your calm, fish for your brain, nuts for your energy, brown rice for your fuel, miso for your gut, walnuts for your edge, and bananas for your strength. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara didn't just stumble into 103. He ate his way there, one smart bite at a time. These aren't fancy superfoods or hard-to-find fads. They're simple, affordable, and sitting in your kitchen or your local store right now. What's the one thing you could start eating tomorrow to change your future? Think about it. If this video opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more life-changing tips on living longer, healthier, and happier. Tell me in the comments, which of these foods surprised you the most? Did oranges catch you off guard, or was it the walnuts? I want to hear from you. Aging is inevitable, but how you age is up to you. Take control of your future today, and I'll see you in the next video.